Hello students, here we are back to continue our studies. I, Srikant Joshi, welcome you to Nagesh Karaji Orchid School to study the further part of data handling. Students, in the previous session, we had seen how pie charts are and we had studied that. If you remember, we had seen the example of a whole day spent by a child on different activities. His 8 hours sleep, 4 hours homework, 3 hours other work, 3 hours play and 6 hours school time. And the second example was age group of people in a town. Also we had studied what relationship is there between the whole circle and its parts, that is the circle graph. And we had also seen how it is divided into. It is not randomly, but it is in proportion. Now it is also known as pie chart. We should not forget, it is also known as pie chart. Circle graph is also known as pie chart. Proceeding further, drawing pie charts. Yes, what we had studied previously was a pie chart was given to us and we studied from that. But how to draw a pie chart is important, that we should study now. So for the same, there is an example that is given to us. The favorite flavors of ice creams for students of a school is given in percentages as follows. The table below is giving the data of percentage of students who like flavors of ice cream. There are the different flavors that have been mentioned there. So what are these? Under the flavors column, the different flavors are chocolate, vanilla, other flavors. And in the second column, percentage of students preferring the flavors. 50% of the students they like chocolate, 25% of them they like vanilla flavor, and 25% remaining they like some other flavors. Now what we have to do with this? We have to study how to represent the data in a pie chart. Here the data is given in percentage, we have to represent it in a pie chart. Now students, it is a circle. A circle's total angle is of 360 degrees. A total angle of a circle is of 360 degrees. The central angle of the sectors will be a fraction of 360 degrees. We make a table to find the central angle of the sectors. Now let us see what sectors are. Very first thing, this part is known as a sector. This part is known as sector. Or to our previous example we shall go. Sleep part is one sector, homework part is the second sector, other work, others is the one more sector, play is one more sector, and the school is one more sector. So these parts that are made in the circle are termed as sectors. The angles are made with the center. Don't forget that. Here also you can see in the second one, the angles are made with the center of the circle. I have marked here purposely, it is the angle which is made. So how to make the circle, how to make the sectors, on what basis? The central angle of the sectors will be a fraction of 360 degrees, means are the parts of a circle. They are the parts of a circle. We make a table to find the central angle of the sectors. Let us see how the table is being prepared. First column, flavors which are given to us. Second column, students in percent preferring the flavors. This also data is given to us. Chocolate, 50% of the students they like it, vanilla 25%, other flavors altogether 25% of the students they like it. Now total this is 100%, altogether. In fractions, 50 upon 100, on the whole it became 100%. 50 upon 100 it is half. 25 upon 100 it is 1/4. 1 upon 4 the fraction is. Again 25 upon 100 is 1 upon 4. This is in the fraction form, but the main thing is we want to put these things in the circle. So, fractions of a circle is important. See the last column, fraction of 360 degrees. Why? Because the circle is of 360 degrees. So, each of this is a fraction of the circle. Chocolate is a fraction, vanilla is a fraction, other flavors together are a fraction. Half the fraction that we have got, half of whom it is? Half of 360 degrees, because a circle on a whole is of 360 degrees. Half of 360 degrees is how much? 180 degrees. I did not tell you that how it has come to 180 degrees. Half of 360 is 180 degrees. 1/4 of 360 degrees is 90 degrees. Again, remaining 1/4 is of 90 degrees. Now, what they are saying, see the steps here. Draw a circle with any convenient radius. Mark its center O and a radius OA. Understand, students? Draw a circle with any convenient radius, with a suitable radius. Then what to do? Mark its center as O. You can see here in the figure, the center is O and OA is the radius. Next, the angle of the sector for chocolate is 180 degrees. The angle of the sector for chocolate is 180 degrees. We have calculated here, you know very well. Just now only we have calculated, we have seen those calculations. So, 180 degrees means what? Radius OA is being extended in the same in the opposite direction. It becomes the diameter. AB becomes the diameter. It is 180 degrees. Use the protractor to draw angle AOB. Keep the protractor here, it becomes straight. It is 180 degrees. Proceeding further, continue the marking of the remaining sectors. Means what? How to mark the remaining sectors? Simple thing. Keep the protractor here on AB. I want 90 degrees, that is half. You have seen here, remaining vanilla flavor is taking 90 degrees and other flavors are occupying 90 degrees. So, I am keeping the protractor here in the center, 90 degrees I am getting. This is the dotted line that you can see, which is separating vanilla flavor and other flavors. So, in this way, we are representing this data. Which data it is? The data is of the students who like flavors of ice cream, different flavors of ice cream in pie chart form. We have studied how the data is given. The data is given in percentage form. That percentage form we have converted into fraction, and the fraction is of a circle. So, what part of the circle the fraction is? We have seen that. Proceeding further, let us go for the next example. See here what they are giving. Adjoining pie chart, figure 5.7. gives the expenditure in percentage. See what they are telling. Adjoining pie chart, the next figure to the question is a pie chart. Gives the expenditure in percentage on various items and savings of a family during a month. What it is? It gives the expenditure on various items and savings of a family during a month. Means the pie chart is representing the saving and expenditure chart of a family in the form of a circle, in form of a pie chart. The pie chart is given to us. What are the questions? On which item the expenditure was maximum? Expenditure on which item is equal to the total savings of the family? If the monthly savings of the family is rupees 3000, what is the monthly expenditure on clothes? These are the questions. Now we shall study the pie chart and again we shall come to the questions. You can see here, students, food is occupying 25% of the expenditure. Food is occupying 25% of the expenditure. Education for children is occupying 15% of the expenditure. House rent 10% of the expenditure. Transport 5%. Others 20%. Savings 15% and clothes 10%. Children, understand something. When it is given in percentage, let us calculate all the things together. 10 plus 25 is 35, 35 plus 15 is 50, 60, 65, 85 and 1500. Means the 100% salary is been divided in different spendings and saving is 15%. Okay. Now let us come to the questions again. On which item the expenditure was maximum? On what particular thing the expenditure is maximum? You can see here 25% is the biggest value. It is on food. 25% is the biggest thing. It is on food. Expenditure on which item is equal to the total savings of the family? Savings 15%, education for children 15%. So expenditure on which item is equal to the total savings of the family? 15% is saving and 15% is education expenditure. So both are equal. Now what they are telling, if the monthly savings of a family is rupees 3000, if 15% of the total expenditure is rupees 3000, what is the monthly expenditure on clothes? What they are saying, if the monthly savings of the family is rupees 3000, what is the monthly expenditure on clothes? And what I am saying, if 15% of the total expenditure is 3000, whatever the total salary has come, 15% of the salary is 3000. 15% of the salary is rupees 3000. Then what is 10% of that? Now we shall see what is the solution. As I had explained you, expenditure is maximum on food. After observing the pie chart, we understood it. Expenditure on education of children is the same, that is 15% as the savings of the family. This was also observing to the pie chart. We understood that 15% on education and 15% savings. Let us come to the third thing. 15% represents rupees 3000. 15% represents rupees 3000. Then 10% represents how much? Therefore 10% represents 3000 upon 15 into 10. After doing the calculation, we get rupees 2000. What is rupees 2000? it is the expenditure on clothes. 10% they have said expenditure on the clothes. So they are spending per month rupees 2000. I will just show you once again the pie chart. Observe the pie chart properly, see the questions and check yourself whether the things are understood. I hope you people have gone through the pie chart properly. You have seen the questions as well as the solution. And lastly, this calculation, 15% represents rupees 3000. Therefore, 10% represents rupees 3000 upon 15 multiplied by 100. It is rupees 2000. Let us go for example 2. On a particular day, the sales in rupees of different items of a baker's shop are given below. On a particular day, the sales in rupees of different items of a baker's shop, means at a bakery shop. Normally we go to the bakery to purchase something, to bread, butter, pastries, cookies. The same has been mentioned here. Ordinary bread, it is the sales of one day and the amount is in rupees. Ordinary bread 320 rupees, fruit bread 80 rupees, cakes and pastries 160 rupees, biscuits 120 rupees, other products 40 rupees. So the total sale is of rupees 720. The total sale of a particular day is 720 rupees. Okay. What they have said? Draw a pie chart for this data. What they are telling? Draw a pie chart for this data. The data is given, you have to draw the pie chart. Understand carefully. The total amount here is 720 and the different items that are there or the parts of the pie chart are ordinary bread, fruit bread, cakes and pastries, biscuits and others. Let us go to the solution. We find the central angle of each sector. Here the total sale is rupees 720. We thus have this table. See the first column of the table. The item is given to us, the different products of the bakery. The amount of sales in rupees, that was also provided to us. Third column we are going to calculate in fraction 320 out of 720. Now from where 720 came, it is been mentioned here and here also in the table, that here the total sale is equals to rupees 720. This is the total sale. So what is the fraction of ordinary bread? 320 upon 720 is equals to 4 upon 9. After cancellation you are getting 4 upon 9. 120 upon 720 is equals to 1 upon 6. For biscuits it comes to. For cakes and pastries it becomes 160 upon 720 is equals to 2 upon 9. Fruit bread 80 upon 720 is equals to 1 upon 9 and others 40 upon 720 is equals to 1 upon 18. This is the fraction. This fraction in the circle we have to find out how many degrees it becomes. This fraction in the circle we have to find out how many degrees it becomes. So this is one sector of ordinary bread. 4 upon 9 fraction into 360 degrees. Why? Because the whole circle is of 360 degrees. Out of that 4 upon 9 part. So what it comes to 160 degrees. 1 upon 6 into 360 degrees is equals to 60 degrees. 2 upon 9 into 360 degrees is equals to 80 degrees. 1 upon 9 into 360 degrees equals to 40 degrees. 1 upon 18 into 360 degrees equals to 20 degrees. Children, just add all the degrees. Again you will get the total to 360 degrees, because it is in a single circle we are making the parts of it. Now see here the pie chart that is been made here. This is 160 degrees. What it is? Ordinary bread. After that, next 20 degrees is others. After that, 40 degrees is fruit bread. After that, 80 degrees is cakes and pastries, and remaining 60 degrees is biscuits. Now how to draw the pie chart or how to take the angles in this is left to you. Not necessary that after 160 degrees you should take 20 degrees. You can take any other thing, not a problem. Only the things we should not miss anything is the important thing. The only thing is that we should not miss anything, or we should not see some wrong angle and put on the protractor to draw it. To measure the wrong angle, again the things will go wrong. It will become improportional. Proceeding further, here is exercise 5.2. Now let us see what is the first question. A survey was made to find the type of music that a certain group of young people liked in a city. Adjoining pie chart shows the findings of this survey. What is the survey? A survey is made up of what? Of the type of music a certain group of young people like in a city. Means the survey is made up of type of music is liked by a young people in a particular city. Adjoining pie chart shows the findings of this survey. Now let us first see the pie chart and then come to the questions. Again we shall go to the pie chart. Light music, 40% of the people they like it. 20% of them they like semi-classical music. 10% of them they like classical music. 30% of them they like folk music. The pie chart is distributed in percentage. Proceeding further, if 20 people like if 20 people liked classical music, how many young people were surveyed? See what they are saying. If 20 people liked classical music, what is the percentage? It is 10%. And what is the count of people they have said for 10%? 20 people. And what is the question? How many young people were surveyed? Totally what the survey was of how many people it was. Second question, which type of music is liked by maximum number of people? Which type of music is liked by the maximum number of people? In the pie chart you can see 40%, that is the maximum. Compared to the other sectors, 40% they like light music. So you can understand from that which type of music is liked by maximum number of people. Light type of music is liked by the maximum number of people. Third question is, if a cassette company, cassette means a CD or DVDs, it is a cassette company, it is known as a cassette company. If a cassette company were to make 1000 CDs, they want to manufacture 1000 CDs, they want to make 1000 CDs. how many of each type would they make? The question is like this: if the cassette company wants to make 1000 CDs of altogether of light music, semi-classical, classical and folk music, what can be the number of CDs of each type they should make? So, one by one we should find the answers. The very first thing, survey is of what type? Type of music. For which group? A group of young people in a city. Okay. Second, if 20 people like classical music, means it is 10% of the whole. If 10% of the whole are 20 people, then 100% means how much? That we have to calculate. What I said, I will repeat it. If 10% means 20 people, then 100% means how many people? This is the calculation that we have to do. Second question is directly from the pie chart itself. Which type of music is liked by maximum number of people? Looking to the percentage, we can understand it. That is light music. Now, for this calculation, you people just try to find out what if 10% means 20 people, then 100% means how many people? You people try to find it out. And if you can find that, then 20% of the whole means how many people, 40% means how many people, and 30% means how many people. You can understand it very easily. And for the same bifurcation of 1000 CDs, you have to make according to the percentage. So today we shall just revise this thing, and this sum we shall solve in the next session. If you go through these things, you will understand what are the things that have been done. In the next session, before continuing with the next part, solving this exercise first question, we will just revise for a few minutes now, and in the next session we shall solve this. What is the thing? Just they have given an activity for us. Try these. Draw a pie chart of the data given below. What is the pie chart that we have to draw for? The time spent by a child during a day. The same thing, it was the example that was given to us. Now we have to prepare the pie chart of it. We have to first, the whole day is of 24 hours. We have to convert each of the hours into fraction. Those fractions we have to find out of 360, because a circle makes 360 degrees. So out of 360, the fractions means how many degrees, and that many degrees we are drawing in a circle. We are drawing the sectors which we had been explained. They have explained us these things here in this example of bakery shop, or before that the percentage here present, or the chocolate flavors that the example has been given. So just having a quick brief with this, I will conclude the session today here, and in the next session we shall continue solving exercise 5.2. Till then, you people do the revision and be ready to solve the exercise in the next session. Thank you.